cannot hear you.
Yeah, I knew nobody would.
I mean, I've been thinking, but whatever.
I've been
You
working
mean-
50 plus
okay.
hours with 10 to 20-minute lunch breaks.
Yeah. All right. So, last time we were here in Brakenwood, you guys waited for and finally fought a large wolf. Grimhowl had been corrupted by some sort of evil poison, and you were able to subdue and force him to drink the elixir that you learned how to make in the Tower of Amcilia. Upon its awakening and recovering its much kinder nature, you were able to discern that it could understand Sylvan and began to ask it yes and no questions. Who would like to start off by asking a question?
Well, I think we should briefly think about what we know of this wolf. We know that this wolf is very magical and has presumably been a part of this forest for a long time. We also know that there was another wolf long ago. And I think did he not seem to recognize Craig's hammer? Or am I misremembering?
You're not misremembering. He did recognize the hammer.
So he at some point was familiar with Lyolanth, I think.
Craig's over with the wolf already. Just kind of.
Seraphina's still petting it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it has heads pointed at both of you.
Yeah.
I think Craig should
I'm so
converse.
sorry.
Craig, I don't think it understands the common tongue.
Yeah, just
Unfortunately.
sort of
says-
the dog head tilt at you.
He says he's sorry.
Honestly, no, it still looks confused. It doesn't know why Craig is saying sorry to him.
So sorry this happened to you.
He's sorry this happened to you.
Are
the
you
whole,
okay?
I asked him that
Yeah,
already.
he sort of like looks himself over, and you see like it's sort of like concentrating a little bit, and then two smaller. Oh, I don't have the white ones. I only have the shadow ones in the game. Two like smaller white wolves sort of like hop out of him and run out to go scouting, and then he sort of like looks out back to you and like nods that he's okay.
But
So
go
did
ahead.
those other you just made like two little ones of you? Did the black ones come from you?
Yes, one foot stomp.
I think, did we ask him before if he knew who had done this? And I point to the runes around his little plinth there. Is there any way that you can think of to figure out who did this part? Because something made these runes and tried to bring these evils. I think we probably are familiar with who this is, but perhaps describe the people we are against.
Well, first and foremost, do you know who put these drawings on the ground? Did you see who put these drawings on the ground? Let me phrase it that way.
Mm, he did not. 2 stumps.
He doesn't know who did it. Did you just come
Um,
back one night and they were there?
He does 3 stomps.
I think.
We didn't discuss 3 stomps, guys.
Maybe?
Is that a maybe?
1 stomp, yes.
Ah, it's a maybe.
Like,
it's a maybe,
sort
guys.
of, I would say, yeah.
It's okay.
And Edson, I don't remember, I think. I'm not sure.
Did they all appear at once?
Mm,
It's like a circle, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of meaning like, is it something? Because I can't ask him 2 questions where one would be a yes and one would be a no. But like, I'm more meaning like, did they all appear at once, or was it something that happened like over like a couple of days? Like, were people coming and going? So like, did they all appear at once? If that's a yes, then
Yes, 2 all appearing at once.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
we can like approach the area now where the runes are, right? Like, it's not gonna like throw us away from it.
Correct.
Anybody else has any questions? And we'll say for the sake of brevity that Serafina will translate.
Uh-huh.
Greg,
Hey,
do you have questions to ask him? He seems to be familiar with some
Do you
of
know
your
who that hammer
legacy.
belonged to? Asking the wolf.
Yes.
He knows your hammer, Craig.
hey. Kind of holds it up, looking at it kind of awkwardly. I had questions.
Uh-huh. Was your question about whether or not I believed in a thing called love?
That's
Just
not
listen to the rhythm of the heart.
Think of
I'm sorry, no, I'm not currently having myself molested by a 6-armed purple monster in space.
Okay.
Which I also think was like in a ball pit. I don't remember that part of the video. Could somebody please remind me my god's name?
Ileana.
Ileana?
Ileana.
A
Yeah,
latte.
okay, cool. I was trying not to say a latte, damn it.
Ileana Amcilia is the other one that we liked.
Uh-huh.
Ileana's battle, Amcilia's like home and hearth kind of.
Yeah.
I'll set the hammer down at my feet and ask, you know Ileana, do ya?
No.
Well, she is responsible for this. Understand? This,
Three
Ileana.
So he kind of gets it.
Do you know who last wielded this weapon?
Oh, good question.
Yes.
Was it Lylance? Is that who it was?
Yes.
That's right.
Did you know him personally?
2 stomps.
Okay.
Do you have any family or relatives, children or cousins? We saw a mural of a wolf made of ice. Is this something that you know of?
He said 1 paw stamp, and like you sort of he sort of like locks eyes with you, and you can see that he's like about to like do something. And as you're sort of looking at him, where the head you're looking at sort of like turns into a portal. And as you're looking through it, you just see all of these like just fucking tons of different kinds of wolves inside of it.
That was most unexpected.
Does only Zarin see this, or do
No,
all of
everyone
us?
on that side
Okay.
of him would see it. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Is this the head that I was petting?
No. Each of you had your own heads looking at you.
This is like the lion in Steven Universe when he sticks his head in his fur for the first time, takes him to an alternate dimension inside. Oh, you see, Zarin? There were multiple wolves.
Yes, this is what we were talking.
Are
Okay,
those
so
all your family?
3.
maybe.
Sort of.
Do you protect them?
2.
Do they protect you?
2.
Okay.
Are all of you equal?
3.
No. Oh, yeah.
DMing's never been this easy.
Okay. So the mural that we saw was like an ice wolf, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then this is me asking the DM. The fur of like this doesn't look like an ice wolf, right?
No.
And it's got did any of the other wolves that we saw have multiple heads?
Like in the murals or anything? No.
No, like the ones that he showed us in the
Oh, inside of
portal.
him?
Yeah.
No, he was the only multi-headed one.
Question.
Is
Yeah.
he wispy? Is he like made of air?
He sort of looks like his body is really just like sort of like shifting in and out of itself. Like you almost can't tell where its like real main body is at any time, or if maybe all of the parts of it just are its main body.
I just
It's
imagine it
very,
being like
like-
water and cloud-like at the
Are
same
they
Yeah.
are they ele-
Uh-huh.
like, are you elemental? An elemental wolf?
Not technically.
Not technic. So that would have been 3 stomps then.
Yeah.
Elemental
Okay.
is like
Well-
by definition is like one of like 8 things.
Yeah.
He's definitely themed.
Uh-huh.
Question though. Rufio.
Yeah.
When he showed us the portal, were there any signs of this darkness creeping into wherever the fuck that was?
Oh, roll a perception or investigation.
Investigation. Fucking 10.
You didn't see any.
So, if this creature is some sort of link to this wolf heaven or wolf dimension, then they were perhaps trying to corrupt that entire plane or gain a foothold there of some kind. that could be why there was such great strives taken to do this to this creature.
Those devious bastards.
Are the
But-
wolves you showed us still alive? Most of them?
Yeah, they seem to be alive from what you could best tell. I mean, they were, they weren't like
I just didn't know if it was like memories of like ancestors.
Oh, I see.
It didn't. It
Inconclusive.
okay.
Because like you did see also just like you saw fancy other wolves like him, like of different themes, but you also did see the smaller white wolves that like ran out of him. Like you saw more of those in there, and like more like like different sizes of like him that he could call out basically.
Guys, could you imagine doing a puppy pile with all of those wolves? That would be amazing.
I don't.
Don't spoil my fun.
I think it sounds quite enjoyable.
Thank you, Craig.
Aye.
Do I perhaps remember reading or hearing legend of anything that is like a place where there is many different wolf demigods running around?
Roll an investigation as a way to think through
I
your
mean,
memories.
History?
History's fine. Yeah, they're the same
Nope.
roll.
Yeah.
No, you don't remember that.
Awesome.
Lots
Okay.
wolves are used in lots of rituals. You've seen wolf a lot of times. The word wolf a lot of times. It's hard to. But you don't remember seeing
Okay.
the book
No,
about the big book of wolves. You thought was silly and didn't get it. Maybe it
No,
was in there.
I mean, I was more thinking like perhaps maybe I didn't hear like specifically about the wolf place, but like there are like perhaps like I have heard that there are like many like
Like pocket
subplanes
dimensions
or
of like
pocket
creatures or
dimensions of
monsters or stuff.
different things. So, like that is what my like
Yeah, you could yes, you've
frame of
heard
reference is.
of like things like that, of small like themed pocket dimensions in the past.
Okay. Like less
Yeah.
than like an entire like it is not like the whole plane of fire, but it is, you know, a small little like haven of wolves or turtles or highland cows, you know. Things
Yeah,
like
it would
this.
be
Like,
like one ideal environment for them.
yes. Or maybe like Wizard in the past was like, oh, I wonder how many wolves I can make in one place, and then made a lot of wolves. Wizards do weird shit. They get bored, and they're very
Wizards are
powerful.
weird people.
So okay.
Says the wizard.
Yes, they are weird
Takes
people.
one to know one.
I literally am thinking like, oh, how can I ask this creature for its blood without sounding like a weirdo? And I cannot think of a reason. So that is why I have not asked.
Well, he did already give us a tier, so I feel like asking for blood would be a bit much.
No, I mean, I think even if he didn't give us tier, it would still be a bit much. But with that note,
Come
is
across
there...
a little murdery.
I don't know. Does this creature even bleed is actually what I'm asking.
Did we ever see it bleed?
That is what I am asking.
You did not see it bleed. No.
Yeah, like, because we damaged it when it was
Shadow
in the other
Lord.
form, and so... But even still, I don't...
But that was the other form.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but that was like a reflection of this, how he is now. It is the other side of the same coin.
I'm gonna turn to the wolf. This is gonna sound really bad, but I promise no harm
No.
comes to you. Do you bleed?
No, don't ask. No, it's okay.
3.
I'm
Okay.
sure.
Please, I promise no harm comes. It was just a curiosity thing. Anyway,
Just curious.
you bleed.
Okay, so, we can ask perhaps if he, about the things of the forest. He has lived here. Ask him if he has lived here in this forest for a very long time. I think he has. Yes.
to ask.
Yes.
Okay. We can ask him about knowledge of this forest and if there is anywhere that we need to find. He can perhaps help us with that. I don't. He probably cannot read maps, so I don't know how. But
Do we even have an actual map of the forest?
Yeah.
We do?
For all
Okay.
intents and purposes, the area map is just your map.
for what it is worth, I think. Oh no, maybe not. I know at one point I had cartographer's tools.
You
as
made.
my,
I see.
but I don't have that anymore. But yeah, because yes, I think because we need to next find. We need to find more of one ingredient. I think I forget which one. We need to find the microfauna for the gloves for Ophelia. And we need to figure out how the fuck we are going to stop this meatman and Baiti.
Obviously, we killed them. We smashed them into oblivion.
Did not I know. I guess it was Uxaril in the mural. Yes, that they were fighting. That is who we need to purify. I'm asking
Yes.
question because I'm not sure.
I'm looking at notes.
Because Uxaril is who they are trying to bring back, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And
It's not. I don't know if it's Uxarel that we need to purify. It's the Dashkin that we need to purify,
Baiti.
which is Bitey.
Yes. So yes, and if we can purify him, one, he is one of the people that is trying to do this, but second, he has abilities and powers that are unknown to us, like because he was in the storybook. And then I think the Meatman.
Who was in? I'm sorry. Who was in the storybook?
Baiti.
Baiti?
He was the
Okay.
Dashkin in the storybook.
Yes.
And then the Meatman. What kind of creature is the Meatman? Do we know? We've seen him and fought him. Yes.
We've seen him.
He was like
Was the
big
meat man the one
satyr.
that we fought?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
He's what was he, Rufio?
Very muscular satyr.
Okay, that's what I thought. He's a beefy satyr.
Uh-huh.
So I think so the Meatman I think is like the driving force of this, yes? Of their goals.
Uzarel is the driving. Getting
Uzarel is who they're
Uzarel
trying
is
to
the goal.
recover. Is the goal.
Uzarel is the goal. Meatman is the driving force of attaining that goal.
And then
yes.
Baiti is the not the power, but the connection to the to be able to accomplish this. We have not. I do
the
not
conduit.
think. Yes, that is good word tag. I think if we can.
Wait, what did I say?
I think if we can save Baiti, then we can stop the
Stop
Meatman.
Uzarel from coming back.
Which, yes. So I think that is our plan. Does that sound correct in the reasoning? Omniscient person in
Yes.
sky.
Yes.
Okay. So we have, first off, we have how many? We have one dose of the cure of this purification that we can make. We can make 2 more doses if we get more, I think, mushroom or flower or one of these. Because we have 2 tiers, I think, yes?
Correct.
So, we have enough for Baiti. If we gather a little more, maybe we purify Meatman too. I don't know if he is... Do we know if...
Purifiable?
Yes, I don't know if he is corrupted or just an asshole, but... we do know that Baiti is corrupted. For sure.
Yes.
And so one we reserve for Baiti, which might be difficult because he has lots of teeth and trying to, but beyond the point. Mitaman. I do not care much for this person. If we kill him, we kill him. If we purify him, we purify him, I think.
That
I think-
motherfucker must die.
I think it is possible if he is corrupted that we purify him, but it was Uzurel in the murals, not Meatman, right? I think I was confused on this.
Uzura.
It was both of them in the early part of the murals, and then Uzurel is the one that like Lyalanth had to sacrifice himself for.
Gotcha. What did Meatman do in the murals?
He killed a unicorn and pillaged a town.
Okay, so he was like hired hand or like lieutenant, maybe.
Yeah, he was definitely not top of the chain.
Okay, so this is plan. We also need to figure out what is to do with the logging camp and all of that. But if we can stop Baiti, stop the Meatmen, we save the forest, and we stop the people going missing, which I think, we'll see how many are left by the time we get to that. This is big forest. Now, we have the cures. We have perhaps our new friend here might be able to assist us in some way. Serafina, can you ask if he might be able to help us in some way? Tell him that we are trying to stop what has almost happened to him, happening to more of this world. And more of his brethren.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain this to you quickly. The corruption that happened to you, the people that did it, that we think are responsible, are trying to bring that corruption to this plane. And we want to stop them because that would be bad for them to do that. And we know how to do it, or we think we know how to do it, but we need help. Do you have anything that could help us?
I mean,
I mean, he
he'll
gave us
say
his
yes.
cures.
He knows he can probably do something that can help you.
I really wish I had to speak with animals, guys. Make this so much easier.
Yes, it would. And maybe soon we can find something to help you with that. But in the meantime, I think we will need the most help when we move against the Meatmen and or Baiti. I don't know if we will be able to get to them separately or together. So
okay.
I think, did we ask him last time? Did we ask him if he had seen or knew of either of these creatures?
He does. I wrote it down. It knows of Bitey, but has not seen Bitey.
Would it be able to track or find him?
Wouldn't we need something of its scent, though?
I don't know. He's Big Magic Wolf with like 7 heads. I'm sure he is very good at this.
The corruption that was taking over you're pretty familiar with it, yeah? At this point?
He's gonna say no.
I'm gonna see if we could like track it if he knew.
I mean, he still might be able to. Or track Bitey.
Do you think that you could track?
I do have I do have the blood that was corrupted the same way with the satyrs from the altar, if you remember.
You haven't smelled the blood?
Well, it was yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. If you think, oh, maybe he needs a scent to track, I have the scent of part of this corruption at least. It is Popcorn who is corrupted here, but you know, the same magics might apply and might it might work. I mean, if you have anything else, I am open to
No, that's the
open to
only thing I think
options.
of. I would just think that he would need like a scent or an energy to be able to track. Because he could probably track like an energy, given that it's
Yes, well,
magical.
that is what I am saying. The synergy of
Can
the
you track
blood.
it? I look to the wolf. Can you track it?
It looks at you, and then you see it spawn another scout wolf out of his side, and it sort of like look at each other, and it like sits down next to you.
Is this gonna help us?
He says yes.
Guys, we have a little friend!
Oh.
He needs a name.
How about... Hmm.
Thomas.
I was going to say something different, but that is genius! My Uncle Isaac's first name was Thomas.
Of course it was. Can I call you Thomas? I look at the little one.
Oh, are we talking of the small or the large wolf?
I'm talking of the small wolf. The small wolf, if he's coming with us, he needs a name. We can't just call him Small Wolf the whole time.
Is it a boy or girl wolf?
Roll a nature check.
I'm gonna crit this fucker. It's like, no, that's a penis.
Wouldn't it has
23.
testicles?
Fucking
Got it.
great.
Okay. I had something if it was a girl, but not for a boy.
No, it says no, it does not want to be called Thomas.
Do you have a name?
It's a yes.
How do we find out its name? Grimhow? That's the big one, though. That's not you. Junior?
It's just gonna, I guess, stamp no.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very, like,
Yeah.
I imagine it's a very, like, absolutely not.
Yeah. Junior.
Three taps like that must mean maybe.
No.
I mean,
We'll
I
sleep.
think
We'll sleep on it.
if he has a name, it is probably not in the common tongue, is what I'm thinking. Oh, you're
barely
super.
hear
You're super quiet.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Much
Perfect.
better.
Ophelia's in the back just going, Frank, Bob,
Frank.
Daniel. Just going down like a list of names.
Your name isn't an uncommon, is it?
He wants an epic sounding name.
He wants an epic sounding name. Grim Scythe. Came from.
Wolf.
I honestly, I've just been stalling while I tried to make a good wolf that I like to go with you, but I don't like any of the art that the AI is making.
That sounds too feminine.
What?
Valeria.
Valeria.
Translates
The wolf
partly-
doesn't
part-
understand genders, so it doesn't know.
part
if that sounds right.
wolf. That's wolf song, common to Elvish.
I see.
Part of it, I don't know how to read this, but yeah, Valeria.
Look, if the group wants to vote, I'm okay with naming the wolf whatever, honestly.
To call it Lapis. Don't know why.
Lapis is that is a stone, yes.
Yes, he's
Yay.
blue.
Yeah, it's a lapis lazuli.
That's very.
I
It reminds me of waves in the water.
yes, the famous homeland of wolf is the sea.
Water.
But
They are known to
Look.
inhabit the sea.
look at the fur.
Are we back to the sea wolves then?
Aye. Wait, what? What are these sea wolves you're talking about?
You are the one.
Ah,
that
you
said-
fool. They don't come from the sea.
Silas, not Silas. Not Silas. Hold on. No, not Seawolf.
Sea wolf. All right, we can move on while you name the wolf. Think of the wolf's name later.
Yeah. Because it's like naming a child, apparently.
Yes, it is. Look at it. It's so cute.
It's at
Gotta
the
have a
very
name that's
least a
fitting it.
temporary child. Here, I've decided on the artwork for it. I'll send that to chat while I make the token.
Gotta be
Oh,
like
look at him. He must have a name befitting of his beauty.
Looks like he's actually a joint in his leg.
Yeah,
Probably, it's
it's
AI.
AI.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Uh-huh.
think
Don't worry,
he
that
only
part's
has-
not going to be in the token.
I think he only has really honestly 3 legs.
Yeah, he's a very special boy.
the hand like paw. But he's pretty, so
Oh. So he is going to travel with us then? Because we
I
don't.
think that's the plan, is he's going to help us track.
Okay.
So the big guy doesn't have to come out.
I'm gonna pick up popcorn and just like set him like on the back of the creature, and like have popcorn just like hold on like he's riding it. You're muted.
It allows it.
Do we have other questions for this one? Go ahead.
The
Sorry,
little
go
guy, since it came from you, does he have all your knowledge?
2 stomps.
Does not have all your knowledge.
If he sees something or something happens to him, do you have any connection with him or no?
Three
I tran-
stomps.
Sure. Okay. Do we have other questions for him while we're here?
And I'll say 1 actually. 1 stomp for that one.
Okay, cool. Basically, like, if we get in a big fucking fight, is this wolf gonna know?
He'll know if that thing dies.
That's what I was thinking when you said 3 stops. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he'll know if it dies.
Yeah, like I kind of assumed that, but I was like more like
Okay,
if
yeah.
is there like an SOS feature?
How?
Maybe. There might be an ability.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I think if possible, can we rest here for the evening?
Why did I? God damn it! I closed the window.
Because I think we're kind of fucked up. Yes.
Yeah. I
I
think
think
you are.
everybody else is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it does a
Yeah.
single
I
stomp.
think I'm. Oh,
I think
yeah.
I'm good.
I've taken some damage, and I've used some spell. I don't think I have any spell
Am I
slots. So
am I just thinking of my campaign where everybody fucking got massacred multiple times?
I only took like a cumulative 400 like HP and damage or something over those 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Which is insane to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Celeste kept blinking out of existence, so she's okay.
Listen.
yo, Blink is fucking baller.
Yeah, blink
Thanks,
rules.
Rogers. Like most things, the only downside is that it's in action.
That's why I need meta magic.
But Craig, how are you? Because I thought you got fucked up.
Bro, I don't even know.
Huh?
I got fucked
look
up.
at your character
I
sheet.
died.
I'm looking at it, man.
I died and was brought
okay.
back.
Okay, yeah.
I'm at 20.
I have decent health, but I did die and was brought back. That did
You
happen.
were unconscious.
Yeah.
I was unconscious. I was doing death saving throws.
Yeah, so I think we need to rest and then we can continue.
Sure thing. Of course it will let you rest in its cave.
Yeah.
Ollie and Serafina are cuddling.
IRL.
Can I have this, Paul? Thank you.
Well, I think on the map
Oh yeah.
we kind of the microphone is like super far west, yeah?
You
Yeah.
just know it's by Bull Rock.
Bull?
I think that's the word that was in there. Now I'm doubting it. I think that's what it was.
That was was that the only clue we had to where that is?
Believe so. Let me find my note. Oh god damn it. Where is one note? Yeah, that was the start of the bearing for it, was that it was by Bull Rock.
Okay. Also, people that have materials in their inventory, what are we short on for 2 potions?
I got plenty of leaves.
Yeah, I think it's mushrooms or flowers that we're short on. I forget which one.
I have 1 ghost flower, 4 sap. That's what I got. Oh, and 4 mushrooms.
I've got
Rachel, repeat real quick what you said you had.
Sorry, I'm going back and forth because I can change my spells.
I think you took everything from me.
1 flower, 4 sap, 4 Moonveil mushroom.
Oh, is it the ghost glove flower?
Yeah.
Oh, I have one of those.
So what are we what are we low on? What I forget what the ratio was.
1 of all those and 3 mushrooms and 3 leaves. Yes,
How many? 6 leaves, I thought it was.
6 leaves. 6.
How many mushrooms did you say, Rachel? I'm so sorry.
4.
4.
So we need 2 mushrooms. Question mark.
Yes, that sounds right.
Do we need more? It's leaves, mushrooms, tears,
Yeah,
sap.
you have plenty of leaves. I think it's. Yeah, you have the tears. Yeah, I think you just need some more mushrooms.
Okay.
Make 2.
We know where some of those are,
Oh,
at the very least. So I think we should head there. Um, is this potion stable? I assume this elixir.
the elixir. Yeah, it seems to be.
Okay, so if I make it now, it's not gonna go bad. Is what I'm asking. Because like
Yeah,
it's not like the
from what
oil
you
that
can-
like, what's the time limit? So I'm gonna go and make
Yeah.
one. I'm gonna go and make one.
Okay. Sure.
So I have the tier, so I'll take 1 tier off, and we can do whoever has the rest of the mats can do the rest of the mats.
Yeah, I got you. I wrote it all down, so.
Cool. Do you have an item, Rufio, or you want me to make one real quick?
Make one real quick.
Okay.
Buddy, you can. We can stop. You don't need to just be in pain, man.
I'm in pain, guys.
Yeah. If you need to
It's okay,
stop,
buddy.
it's okay. It's D&D, man.
I don't know if you're watching my face, but I'm just like,
Yeah. I get it, man. No, you're in a lot of pain. You probably need to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Probably. I guess I bet if I am sick with COVID, it's probably making the shoulder feel a shitload worse.
Yeah.
Is that where you got your shots? In that shoulder or the other
I
one?
haven't had shots.
Oh, really?
You didn't get any of the COVID vaccine?
I haven't
Yeah, you
had the
have.
newest one.
Oh, you've had
Yeah, the
like
old ones.
the first rounds, yeah.
Yeah, I've
Oh.
had up until this last round. But I don't know. Brandy said her kids they had flu testing and it wasn't COVID. It was just other stuff.
I
And
mean,
there's other shit going around right now too.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
but also
Yeah, it
like
could be
you
one of
didn't
those things.
necessarily get whatever you got from her. You could have got it from anywhere.
True.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking because the body aches and pains intensifying like here and everywhere else. I mean, that just makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go fuck off in the bed.
Okay,
Yeah.
buddy, we love you.
Maybe take a hot bath.
I would never take a bath in the tub that we have here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Take a hot shower?
Maybe.
You can have it just like
I
rain
have
down on
a-
the shoulder?
I just took the cold pack off. I can heat it up and make it a hot pack. I might do that. Okay. Night, guys.
Bye,
Good
buddy.
night. Feel
Night,
better,
John.
sweetie.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, well, Craig's dead.
Yeah, I mean, we can at least do travel and stuff like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, you want to go to the mushrooms, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because the only thing we had on the east side was the grove, right?
Uh-huh. There would be
Um,
an NPC event on the way to the mushrooms.
Does it have to be?
No, I guess not. It can be after.
Yeah,
Or,
like
at the mushrooms whenever John gets...
yeah. I mean, you know better.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
it
better
doesn't
what
technically have
we
to
can
be.
get done now. That's less
Uh-huh.
consequential.
Yeah. There is one question you could ask the wolf that no one asked him.
What is that?
If
I
he
know
knows
that
where something is.
I mean, like
I
I
have a
want like
question for the wolf that is not that question that I want to ask
Yeah.
before I forget it real quick.
Yeah, sure.
And that's in relation to the little wolf.
Okay.
Does the little wolf have a limited timeline?
No.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, like I thought to ask him like if he knows where microfauna is or where the guys
Uh-huh.
are or whatever. And I mean, like we probably would have asked him where microfauna was.
Yeah. Do we
But
know? Does
that's
he
the
know
only
where
other
any
thing we
mushrooms
don't,
are?
Okay,
or
yeah.
the rock.
When you ask about the rock, he would definitely like actually look to the little one to sort of answer that one. And like after some thinking, he would tell you that he knows where it is.
Okay. Like because all we have is the name of it. That's why I assumed like he wouldn't know what
Uh-huh.
fucking like
Bull rock is.
yeah bull rock.
Yeah.
Also, the
Um,
gloves. Don't we need gloves? Yeah. Do they know where like the gloves are?
No, they do not know where the magic gloves are.
Sad.
We know where they are. We just don't know where that is.
Yeah.
And actually, if you remember, Bull Rock, the rock that he knows where it is on the path to the microfauna, which is where the gloves are.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yep.
I did not get to review my notes that well because of my tour today.
This is what happens when
No
you
problem.
don't have ADHD.
Yeah. Well, usually I like
Well,
spend
look at you being fucking superior.
I like re-listen to like the last episode before I do, but I didn't have time today. So
Yeah, it's fair. No, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that I remember or know or whatever better. It's just I think about D&D a lot more than me and Rufio think about D&D like his
Uh-huh.
and my campaign more than anybody else. And so like I'm
Yeah.
constantly thinking about like, oh, what we're doing in here, what we're doing in my campaign, and and it's that like
Just
repetition. Yeah, go.
clarification. Bull Rock is where the microfauna is.
Correct.
Okay.
It's the like the closest touch point you have to it. It talks about like bushes like that are very close to it.
Okay.
It's like do you ever watch City Slickers, Rufio?
Yes.
It's like the map they have.
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, get to the butte that looks like a buffalo, and go across the winding trail at night.
It's
or
a way
whatever.
that makes sense to describe things if you can actually walk around looking at things.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't work quite as well in D&D
it's like
because I didn't
no.
because really you're like it's over there.
No, you see, that's not how you do it though. What you do is you get a knife, and on the edge of the knife, you carve out the shape of the horizon, and then you have the pommel have this little thing that comes out and points to where it is. So if you're standing roughly within about a 50-yard range of a specific spot, and hold up the knife at like arm's length, if you're a certain height, it'll like line up
Yeah.
perfectly with like the edge
Is
of the
this
horizon.
Star
to
Wars?
do some dumb Indiana
I
Jones
was gonna
shit
say,
that they
isn't
did in
that
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
yes.
the last one. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
is.
it's
but
Rise of
it's literally
Skywalker.
just the Temple of Doom magic item, but it's even dumber.
So stupid. It's so
Oh,
stupid.
it
getting
is
Not
Temple of Doom. No,
not Temple of
it's
Doom. Sorry, it's
Art. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
yeah, it's Raiders. You're right. Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
best one.
I've never seen those movies, so
Same.
I am not.
It's just a more complicated, dumber version of the one in that movie where you have to line things up.
Yeah, and like also,
I love the Indiana Jones films.
also
They're
it's in
great.
an ocean. Things shift in the
like some of
fucking
them.
ocean. Like
I
there's
like
no
I like-
shot that it's the same exact fucking position. Fucking like 50
The
years
sun
later.
also changed. Yeah, well, the Indiana Jones one is based on the sun, and the sun also is in different places, different times of the year. So
Correct.
like, it
But I
wouldn't-
think they actually
I think
account for.
it was
I
the
think
same
they-
time of year. Okay.
I think they actually do account for that in Indiana Jones because
s-
that's like it's the archaeology of it and like
Yeah.
I
the
would
lore.
I,
That might be.
I would say
Yeah,
I
they
would
may
doubt
have.
I
They
don't
may.
doubt that they said they did that. I doubt that they would have been able to do it back in like the 60s or 70s, whatever the fucking shit that was.
Nazi time. So
Tea time.
Oh, so before then. Like now
Yeah.
you can
And
totally
then
like
Indiana.
retro plot like the
Yeah.
fucking celestial sphere, but
And then Indiana Jones hangs on to the outside of a submarine all the way from Egypt to Germany or wherever they go afterward. I'm pretty sure it's Germany.
is
The
that-
only other explanation is that he opens the top hatch of a submarine while it's submerged and gets inside. Those are the only two explanations.
Oh, that is in that one. I thought that was in
Yeah.
another one, but no, it's in that one.
that is literally impossible, I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, no, it's completely impossible. Both of those things are impossible.
I think don't they show him getting in it like right before it goes under?
I don't think so.
It's been a minute
No.
since I've seen it, so I don't remember.
I really
yeah.
don't think they do. I could be wrong.
Suspension of disbelief. Harrison Ford is being an action star. Let him do his thing. And
What
I
did
will
just see
amend
he's
what I
gonna be
say.
in? What did I just see he's gonna be in? It was something like I was like, really?
I thought he was done acting, kind of.
No.
He was doing Star Wars.
Yeah,
No,
he-
after-
He's fucking done with Star Wars.
He said, "Kill
He
me,
said, kill
please."
me. He said, kill me. I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't know if
upcoming
he saw,
Captain
like-
America: Brave New World.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's playing he's replacing an actor.
General
He's
Ross.
Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's replacing Ross because I believe the actor who was playing him passed away.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
what I
kept
saw.
up with the MCU since.
Endgame,
Yep.
with the exception of WandaVision and Loki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I want to rewatch Loki.
you should.
No, why?
Ah, lordy.
Lordy, lordy, lordy. Ophelia or whoever wants to roll a nature check for me to gather mushrooms.
Can I assist and give her advantage? Never mind.
Somebody else roll. Just two of us roll. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Two of you roll. Nice.
Ayo.
Now I will roll.
Like, I'm pretty certain I have the highest check, so that's why. It was like, I'm just clicking the button.
You collect 9 mushrooms.
Yeah, which is more than we'll ever need.
Yeah, it's more than you'll need.
Cool. Cool.
I mean, theoretically, you might find more corrupted things you could use this on.
Yeah, but we only have one more wolves here.
You just got to come back for more wolf tears. Sounds like you're in business.
Did we have one tier to begin with to cure him?
We have a
Yes.
wolf. We have
Yeah,
a wolf
you found
with
one in the
us.
tower,
We
and now you have a wolf.
with us.
That's right.
Question.
I don't want to exploit him like that.
Rufio, question.
Uh-huh.
On the logistics of binding a familiar.
Yeah.
Would that be possible with this wolf?
You turned it into a familiar?
Bind it as a familiar so that it has like the protections that familiarity brings with it is what I'm like that's what I'm getting at, not anything else like
I
that.
don't, what does that entail in general? Because I know like you can. Let me see.
The summoning and dismissal part of it is more kind of what I'm like looking at and thinking like
Essentially,
because,
like, if it were to
basically
hit 0.
yeah, that part, because like I don't want this thing to like fucking just take a stray
Evaporate.
and take a
Uh-huh.
stray like fucking like cross the world and just go bye.
You want to make it like Scratch.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh my god, we have a Scratch.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Ayo. I have a name. in a scratch.
I'm gonna say yes, you can do that.
Okay. So yeah, like at
We have a
camp.
scratch.
Well, we don't have fucking shit yet. I might just keep this to myself.
Okay.
So, Serafina,
What?
I know that you before, when you found Ollie,
Mm-hmm.
there was. My thought here is there might be some way to bind our new friend in a similar way.
So he won't actually die if anything happens to him?
Yes, and he could be beneficial in the in our adventures, at least in this wood, and if he chooses to follow us out of it there as well.
I mean, yeah, I don't see the harm in trying. Are
But
you
you
wanting
would,
me to try?
I was considering it, yes.
Why me?
Well, one, you can talk to it.
That's a
Two,
fair point.
I think it is more of your affinity. But, and,
But- It doesn't break anything on me and Ollie, does it?
no, I don't think it should. But I also, it would be a choice that you would have to make if you have Ollie, go back home for a while and you can bring him back. I think you can change what they are, what form they take, or which one you have with you at any time. So it is awkward with Ollie because he is, with this sort of thing, but it is possible. Of course, I could also do this, but if you seemed very taken with this creature, so that is why I'm offering.
I mean,
I
I'm
can,
taken with any creature.
yes, that
Creatures
is my
are
point.
wonderful.
And I mean, I'm just saying I can help and assist with this sort of endeavor, but it is I think this is your decision. If you want, I can do it, and he can stay with me. But I thought I would give you the option as well.
Appreciate the offer. And it's a very, very good idea, especially since I am the one that can talk to the wolf. But Ollie was there for me when no one was.
I know.
And I know that he'll still be there, but I don't know if I can ask him to step aside.
Okay, that is perfectly fine.
But thank you.
Of course. Um. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, next time we have like camp time or whatever, I'll work on binding with this creature.
Sure thing.
Should I ask him if he's susceptible to that?
Sorry, when I thought we'd, yeah, yes, did want to ask his permission. I asked Rufio if it was rules wise something we could do. But yes, I did mean to ask the creature if we could, if when we got to that point.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
Hey, little guy, still working on a name for you. So, it means a lot to us that you're coming and helping us, and we want to help you in a way of not letting anything bad happen to you. And we know that you still are technically a part of the big wolf. But would you be receptible to binding with one of us so we can protect you better. And you might be able to actually help us easier.
And if he ever does change his mind, I will. He is free to
You
make that
wouldn't
choice.
you wouldn't be locked into this. This would just mainly for being here in these woods in the forest and helping us. And if you wanted to stay afterwards, that would be great, and we would love that. But you don't have to. But you're guiding us, and we would like to protect you while you do that, at the very least.
You see it sort of thinking for a second. Actually. And after a bit of thinking, you do see him stamp once.
Zarin, he says he's okay with it.
Good. I will work on it this evening, I think. Then.
Okay.
I'm Rufio. You probably.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, it's in. I was gonna say it's in John's campaign. You can just use Flurry's fucking familiar.
Art. Yeah.
Oh, in the stat block.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I
can grab it, right?
Yeah, you should be able to import it. It should just be Winterwolf
cool.
Pup.
Sure.
And then whatever. You know I'm not gonna fucking use it I'm not gonna use it in the same way as I use Flurry. That's for sure.
Right.
It's more
What
just
about Anubis
witch.
for his name?
So this name, I think, means something to some sex of people in this world, or in some world. I think it
in
has,
a world, yes.
in a world.
Ophelia's just nodding in the back.
And I think Anubis was jackal.
Yeah, it was cat.
Anubis? Anubis is a cat.
No, Anubis is a jackal.
Yeah.
Jackal.
Yes.
To the jackal?
Yeah.
The jackal.
Bast or Bastet is the cat.
Yeah, Basset. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I am trying to think. Honestly, I'm trying to think of some relation to the moon. That's why if it was female, I was going to say Luna.
Lupin?
No, I don't like
The third?
this. No, it has bad connotation.
Snick.
Lupus? No, also bad.
Also bad competition.
It's never lupus. That is all I know. There is also the base of lichen, which definitely has more of a masculine feel to it. You can pair it with other suffixes, but trying to think. I will think on this. But we have protection for our new friend, at the very least. This song is very loud for this time. There we go. Oh yeah. What? So from here, we have the mushroom. We have 2 elixirs. We are good. Next point, we go to the gloves, I think, and then we will try to figure out how to find the. Either we go to the camp or we try to hunt down Baiti. Yes.
Yes. Would Zarin have made another?
Yeah, I can
Since we
make the
got
other one.
Okay.
Yeah, I can make the other one. If we want, just remove the quantities and you increase the quantity on the one you have the item.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, or else change the quantities.
Change the quantities. Where's the item you made? So I can.
It's in Seraphina's.
I already changed my quantity to 2.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so let me math again.
And I will probably have Craig have one and you have one, if I had to guess. But we can do that later. Because that was a bit of an issue when one of us was unable to do what they needed to do.
I'm sorry they kept attacking me, and I
No, it is. I'm
was not attacking back.
I was not putting blame on you. I was just saying there's tactics, and at the end of the day, it was a toss-up between them attacking you and them attacking me. It was just unlucky. But we cannot guarantee that the person that is being hit is the one that we want. Also, we need to find you studded leather because
Fucking please.
what else? What else? What else? So yeah, from here, I guess we're moving towards Bull Rock.
Okie dokie.
So what do we see as the as our friend?
So as the wolf is leading you up, general giant forest, you do notice that there are a few little like outcroppings and some like boulders and hills in this area. And as you sort of walk over a hill and come around this large tree trunk, you see very clearly a rock that it it looks weathered or had to have been like worn away, but it very clearly has this big U-shaped horns sort of at the top of it. And like other than that, it's sort of just like a slanted sort of like rectangular looking rock. It's really just the horn setting it off. But like you understand why it has the name.
We heard a story of a creature in this area. Was it a bull or was it like a boar? Do you remember?
I think it was a boar.
Yes, I think it is boar as well. Interesting. Just out of curiosity, does it look like it was worked or like it weathered strangely?
Roll a nature check.
13.
You're unable to
Da, 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 da.
tell, honestly. It definitely looks like it maybe was already an odd shape to begin with, and either the weather and the odd shape, if it caused it to like become more and more like this, or if people accentuated it. But you're not totally sure.
If only we had someone who was familiar with stonework and how to work stone with us. Perhaps like a dwarf. Like a normal dwarf that works with stone
And not wood.
and not wood. But
Wood dwarf.
we cannot always have everything that we want, I don't think. So, well, I think, Serafina, do you remember where from Bull Rock we needed to go? Just jamming on 2 decks, Rufio?
Yep. Jacking off all the ghosts that helped me through my day.
Good. I'm sure Jasper really appreciates it. He gets a
Yeah.
little pent up sometimes.
Thank you, ghosts. That's where are my other notebooks?
No. I don't even have Bull Rock written in my notes until today.
It might be a different rock, but I'm pretty sure it was a bowl. I may have changed it because I was like, why would there be a bowl in the forest, and changed it last second? But it was Bull Rock until I may have said something different.
The only rock that I have mentioned is Beth, the herbalist,
Huh.
saying that she found an odd mushroom on a rock that dies quickly.
Yeah.
Part of the
Um,
microfauna bushes to the north of pond by Bull Rock. Reading my
Boom.
notes like months ago. Pygmy
Yeah,
poppy.
I don't doubt that was said. I
No,
just did not write
I'm
it.
just saying. This was
I said next.
found on a notebook when we were
In the tower.
in the tower.
Okay, I'm at that now.
Yeah. It should be wherever you say like court of the microfauna. I also have a note to buy a tiny shovel. So from Bull Rock, let's start looking. Let us start moving northward, I think, and keep an eye out for any ponds, bushes, something like this. I think there should be a pond just north of here, I think.
Yes, you would be able to find the pond rather quickly. It would not be a difficult search. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
Sure. Is
And
there...
so as you're walking around this pond, 1 second, I think I had, did I make, where is it? There it is.
Y'all, we had more mushrooms. According to my notes.
Cool. It's fine. I don't think we're... Now we're probably limited on flowers.
We're limited on flowers and sap and leaves. We literally we can only make one more if we get another tier.
Got it. It is dark, by the way.
Oh, whoops. Turn off token vision. Save changes. I just have to turn
Hey,
off
it's
the
so
grid, too.
pretty. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. Except for the grid that is horribly misaligned.
The wrong size.
It is very bad.
Let me see. What size difference do I think that is? I wonder if I
Just
can
hit.
guess.
Okay,
the size.
Rufio.
What? What?
To the left of on the grid page, to the left, there's a button.
Uh-huh.
That's like a grid.
Grid configuration tool.
Yeah, click on that. Now it should give you an overlay with like red lines.
Yeah, I
you
see.
can adjust the numbers there to align it. It's probably 70 or 72 for the size.
Need to scroll in more to see. It was 70.
I'm so good at this game.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, well,
No, it's not right. It's 70 is a quarter of it apparently. Because I'm noticing now that
yeah.
one
So
grid
it's
space is 4 map
yeah. So
space
it's one.
spaces.
So it's 140.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Configure. Right. Because that's how. Yeah, that works. Good.
Yeah, that's how math works.
Yep.
There we go.
How calculating area works.
There we go. All right.
Craig, stop it.
Stop it, Craig. So we would be coming from the south.
Yes, correct. There's not already a camp there, but it would be a lovely place to camp.
Okay.
What the hell? Yeah, wait, they're up there still. Okay. I moved them and then they didn't move. It was very confusing.
Weird.
Yeah, so as you approach, it's this very quaint little pond with a large mossy rock in it. It looks very cool, though it also like incredibly deep. It just seems to keep going and going and going. And as you are looking around the pond, what do you do?
I think there should be something around here, like perhaps like some bushes or something like that. I don't know how small this uh, microfauna area is supposed to be, but I think if we start investigating around the bushes, we might find it. Side note review: I will have bound that familiar instead of popcorn for the time being.
Sure.
And for what it's worth, using the blood magic to circumvent the gold cost for the materials.
Okay.
So I'd take damage at night and then heal it that night. So
Right. Sure.
but yeah, just for reference. But I think this is largely Ophelia's court. So let
Okay.
us take a look around. Yeah, I'm gonna like just kind of check out stuff and like check the pond and see if there's anything interesting going on there.
Yeah, Seraphina's also looking at the pond and seeing if it's a legitimate pond or if it seems like a portal.
Sure thing. Roll an investigation.
Oh shit, I'm still clicked on Ollie.
Also, describe how you're investigating.
I'm just straight up looking into it and like seeing if my reflection has like the normal way that your reflection is with water, or if there's like a shimmer that would seem like Feywild.
Okay.
And I don't see shit.
You do not see it. Very deep water.
Is that my first roll of the night? No. Yes. Yes, it
Maybe,
is.
possibly.
No, it is. Get it off to a great start, y'all.
Fair. I am going to sort of take out like my component pouch and start like basically like prodding it with different schools of magic to see if there's any like if it behaves like I think it should, right? So basically
The
like
pond?
invoke like the pond.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically like invoking like raw like bits of magic and seeing if
Mhm.
like it like responds to that at all in any weird way.
Make an Arcana check. Everything seems pretty normal.
Yeah, it's just
Normal ass pond, just a deep
Yeah.
normal pond. Yeah. Maybe
All
like
right.
maybe you'd have call it something other than a pond. I don't know if there's a depth limitation on ponds.
Yeah, it's all good. Ophelia, your go.
Yeah, I think Ophelia sees them kind of just like staring at the pond, and she's just gonna be like, okay, and then she's just gonna like just be generally like just trying to pick up the vibe. Like, obviously, those two are like preoccupied. Who knows what Craig's doing? So she's just like trying to get like a feel of things.
Okay, yeah, just roll a perception in general.
Oh my god.
So as Zarin was walking, as you were walking up, you remember Zarin talking about like things that were in that entry about Bull Rock, the pond, and you remember him mentioning some pygmy poppy flowers. And as you're looking around, you start seeing these little like red and white dots that you're not quite sure if that's what they are, but up in sort of the northern part of the map, you start seeing some flowers up there.
And you said it was Zarin who was talking about them?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna fly right over to them as they're just, I guess, gazing into the pool of water. And I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder real hard, which means it's
One-
like a just finger tap to him, probably.
One minute. I think I've almost found something here.
I think she just kind of like looks at him like really confused and irritated because like
He's
she
like
goes,
he's from his pouch. He's pulling like little like bits of like flour and like scattering it into the pond and like seeing if it does anything with like some little magic. And he's got like no, that can't be it. Some like peppercorns.
she's just gonna look at him and go, "I thought better of you, but um, but you need to come with me because there's some flowers that you mentioned that way."
Oh, did you gather any?
I wasn't gonna go up to them without you. Like,
Are you afraid of flowers? This is serious
I
question.
I would rather have someone touch them before me in case of poison.
So
Hey,
you
Ollie,
are
go
afraid of
touch the
flowers.
flowers.
So you're afraid of flowers.
Until I know more about them, yes.
Ollie, go sniff the flowers.
Okay, so, Ophelia, let me talk for a moment. That's you. So, flowers. The purpose of a flower is to attract what?
Are you asking me for my personal preference of what flowers I would like?
No. Like in nature, like where we are, why does a plant make a flower?
Pollinators.
Pollinators, like bees.
Mhm.
Now, question. If you make flour poisonous, how does this help bees?
You can still kind of get pollen off of them, but what's poisonous for me is not poisonous for a bee. You never know.
I think there are some rare exceptions. But we also know this is not likely the case.
Things. When I could have you touch it first.
Oh my goodness. I am
Ollie's
very
gonna touch it.
busy.
Ollie can touch it, guys.
Is he
He can tell it-
pollinator?
He can tell if things are poisoned.
Yeah. Okay, go. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them go do it.
Frozen.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll let Serafina and Ophelia go and mess with the flowers.
Okay.
That's on them now.
Wait, why can I still hear things? That doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
I do
here?
not have Discord open clear at the moment.
Oh, weird. Did it just minimize?
No, it's not in my taskbar. I closed it because it froze. I'm
Oh.
starting it right now.
Yeah, I mean we can still hear
A couple
you.
weeks ago.
I can't hear Rachel, but that's normal.
Oh, well. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I mean I can hear you.
Okay, now. Oh wait, I see me in there. Hello?
We
Hi.
can hear you.
Wasn't in there for a second and saw my name in here.
Yeah, I haven't seen you like drop from the call.
That's weird. Did at some point you stop hearing me? I saw Rachel's mouth moving, but I couldn't hear her, but that happens all the time.
No, I have not been able to not hear you.
Okay. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird. But yeah, I was
Anyways,
gonna
they're
post
gonna go.
this. This is the sketch of the poppies that you saw previously in the journal. I sent
Cute.
it into Discord chat.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you go over there, you just see these little tufts of these poppies growing. They're very, very pretty.
Where are they at? The like you said, the north.
Yes, I will draws. Oh, no, that's not drawing.
What?
They are up here. And then you would see them sort of like leading back this way in like little patches towards the northwest.
Yeah, I have Ollie go up and sniff one, and Let's see if they're poisonous. I mean, they're poppies. Poppies can put, well,
Poppies what?
poppies can put you to sleep.
Some
Wizard
of
of
them are
Oz.
used to make opium. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They can do a lot.
He seems to be fine with sniffing it.
Okay. I don't think they're
No, oh
poison.
yeah, he detects poison. Yeah, not poison. Yeah. I forgot
he
that
can
was like a specific thing he detects.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tressums can detect poison by touch, taste, and smell.
No, it's not a poison.
The DM had to think for a second.
He's thinking if opium is a poison, is the thought he's having.
Basically.
I know.
And
No,
like,
it's not a
that the
poison.
word poison is sort of vague and actually means like one thing in this game, but it's not useful for it to mean that one thing. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
I think
really
it's fine.
the spirit of it is
Uh-huh.
literally like poison.
Yeah. It's the spirit of it is if I eat this, will it kill me? Or
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
is this the stew that makes you go blind for a day?
yeah. Ophelia, I think it's fine. Ollie's having no issues, and like he can tell me if stuff is wrong on this kind of. It's not poison. Not poison.
Ophelia nods, and then she's gonna like try and like take some.
Sure thing, roll a nature.
Oop.
I mean, you're sort of reckless with it, but it's flowers. They're easy enough to pick. They aren't delicate like the mushrooms. So you can collect as many as you'd like.
I would like 3. No,
Yeah.
let's do 4 because I want to give one to each of my friends.
Okay. Yeah, you collect 4 flowers and hand them out to each of one of your friends.
Yeah.
You have 3 friends.
Ophelia's Ophelia's friend.
Ophelia is a friend.
My bestie is myself.
Me, myself, and I, bitch.
There's one person Ophelia's probably ride or die for, and it's herself.
Seraphina's gonna take the poppy and put it behind her ear.
Have I ever heard of these flowers before?
I mean, just in that book where
Yeah.
the notes were described using them.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess also now roll a history. Let's see if you've heard of them somewhere else.
20.
Yeah, it's the same roll, but that's in nature. But
Oh, I mean, I thought nature was
I
more
know it's the same
appropriate.
number. That's fair. So you actually, while reading about a like an ancient version of enlarge reduce, basically, you heard of a description of a flower that matches this. It wasn't specifically
Yeah.
named.
Yeah.
It was very
mean-
much written like the red and white speckled flower. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the name obviously implies things
Uh-huh. Right.
beyond just the cute alliteration.
And yeah, you know that this flower was used in a very ancient magic for shrinking things.
Gotcha.
Wonderland.
Well,
Oh, so y'all can
Um,
all be Ophelia size.
well,
Or you could
I
be
th-
our size.
I mean, I could
Right.
probably do that naturally.
only if you get excited.
Yeah. Only if I really want to. Why would Ophelia want to be big, you know?
What benefit is it?
What benefit?
I can't spell for shit.
So I think I remember in my travels hearing of a ancient serum that can perhaps shrink us. I think this was one of the ingredients, or rather, I think this might be the active ingredient, but I do not know exactly what else it would need. But I think this flower, as the name entails, has some special properties. I would need to possibly do see if there is anything that I can do to experiment and see if I can figure out anything. But it might take some time. Unless either of you have other idea for what we can do. Because I think for this court of the microfauna, from the name sounds like we are too big. Even I think Ophelia is too big, but
Perfect the way I am.
okay, yes, that is true, but also you are still too big for court of microfauna. You would be perfect for court of minifauna, but I think for court of microfauna you're still too big.
She accepts that.
So, do you have any ideas for what else we can use to experiment, or any ideas for this?
I eat one of the flowers and see what happens.
That is your prerogative, but
I can eat one of the flowers and see what happens. I've eaten lots of flowers.
Oh, I thought that is what you said at first.
No, I said I could have Ollie do it.
Oh, see, I thought you would put your safety below Ollie's safety. That is why I thought you would be experimenting on yourself and not Ollie. But I guess I was wrong. Oh, Ophelia helped. She is giving me that look again.
Billy's just gonna look at Zarin and go, for someone who got lost looking at his own reflection in a pond, you're making too many observations.
No, I was experimenting, but
she doesn't help you whatsoever. She's like, oh.
I guess it's time for me to experiment. I'm gonna eat one of the flowers.
Usually, Zaren's experiments are with Craig.
yeah, I mean that's obviously who we experiment on, but
Yeah.
Wherever Craig's at.
You eat a flower, it tastes like a flower.
Nothing happens.
No. You're a whole
Hey.
person. That's a single flower.
I eat another flower.
As you're eating flowers, you
I'll
remember
eat like a small, little bouquet.
as you're eating flowers, yeah, you have a memory trigger. In the same notes that told you about this place, they hypothesized making a tea from the flowers. Though they didn't
Anybody-
know if it would be strong enough.
What do the flowers taste like?
Dirt. Matcha.
What is poppy flower jam?
I mean, like people eat poppy
I don't know what that-
seeds. don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, but poppy seeds don't really have a taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This seems like pretty generic for a flower thing. Delicate, floral, and slightly tart.
Oh, floral. You don't say.
Yeah, right. But it's true. It's a word that describes a taste.
It does.
More of a fragrance, but you smell it. You taste it when you smell it.
Hey guys. I could keep eating flowers all day,
Yes.
Okay.
but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Sad.
You're welcome
was-
to eat some if you would like, Ophelia. They probably work faster on you than they're going to work on me, being that I'm a whole human. Well,
She's
Half
just gonna start
elf.
like gnawing away at a petal.
but wasn't there something about making these into a tea?
She's gonna spit out the petal that's in her mouth.
It's just one of those like it just like falls out.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yes, we can this possibly. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we have
if-
water. We can make a fire and boil some water and then put the flowers in it.
Yes. I'm curious. I'm trying to think if there's anything that we have that could magnify or make it more potent. Is what I'm curious about. I am okay with trying anything, of course, but I just don't want to waste
What
time.
about one of the mushrooms?
We could trip for days.
I am thinking, what is the alchemical essence of the mushrooms and the foxglove and all of the other ingredients we have? Do I know if there is any like alchemical um like essence to the other ingredients that we have?
Like if they were broken down into like, oh, this is a catalyst, this is a stabilizer, this
Yeah,
is
that sort of thing. Yeah. Do I have any idea?
yeah.
Because I mean, I've made like three things with them so far.
Yeah, roll an arcana or intelligence check of your choice.
12.
You know that it would not be the mushroom, the sap.
No, it's okay. I got it.
Yeah.
Serafina.
Yeah.
You said we haven't had many leaves from the trees? Yes.
We have 2 we can use.
I thought you got like a lot of leaves from the white trees.
I got 26 leaves, and each serum costs 6 leaves. We've done it 3 times.
Okay. But 6 times 3 is 18.
And we had 26.
So we have 8.
Yes, I have 2 we can use.
What is the other 6 for?
If we want to make another serum.
Theoretical fourth. Okay, that is what I'm asking.
Theoretically for that, or if we want to, because we don't need a tier, if we want to make if we need to make another coating.
Okay, that is fine. I am. That is why I'm asking for math, because I don't know what you have.
Gotcha. Sorry.
I think the leaves would be the most likely to magnify the potency of this.
Okay.
But I don't know if 2 is enough for at least 4 doses of this concoction. We can try. We can't do much else with only 2 leaves. Right?
I mean, we've got 2. We've got 2 of the elixir. Like, do we need the 8 leaves for anything else? Like, this is what we need to use them for. This is what we need to use them for.
What do you think, Ophelia?
Literally what I was just thinking about. I think the potion that we're trying to make right now, the potion that we're trying to make doesn't sound as important as saving the leaves in case we need to make something with those later on.
Yeah, I agree. Largely because the whole reason we are here is just for what the creepy lady asked us to do, but besides the point. Yeah, I can try with 2 and see how that goes. I think it will be with the way that the elixirs, when we were making those, with the way that the leaves reacted with those, I think it will be very apparent if 2 leaves is going to be enough. Because when we made those, when we added the leaves, it like how do you say, incorporated all the other ingredients into what it needs to be. And so I think if we add 2 and it is like, maybe it does a little but not enough, it will be obvious.
But maybe it would be enough for one person, and one of us can go in there and get the gloves.
Yes, but this worries me is all. I don't like the idea of any of us being somewhere that is inaccessible to the others. This forest is very unkind to interlopers, it seems.
I mean, we can give it a try and see what happens.
Yes, of course. Do we have any ideas for any other tea type ingredients? Does anyone have ideas?
I mean, leaves and flowers are what you normally use for tea, so, and water.
Okay, I can try. So, yeah, we'll gather ingredients, and sort of get the poppy leaves brewing,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll try adding a leaf to start with. I don't know how tea works. So like if we have to
Yeah.
do other appropriate measures for this to work, that's what we do.
You
Typically, don't you like dry it out first? You don't just put
Yeah,
like
but
wet ass leaves, right?
Yeah, but I imagine having, because we've been traveling for several days at this point, that the leaves are gonna be dry because they've been taken off of from their water source.
Correct, but also counterpoint,
Poppy leaves.
magic leaves. And yeah, these are obviously fresh. So there's not
No, you
there's
can make teas with fresh leaves as well. They'll
Okay.
just they're not going to be as strong usually. That's part of the issue.
It's the flavor won't be as
Uh-huh.
strong.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, the other stuff you want to draw out of them, you would still draw out of them.
Yeah, you would still draw like the essence of the tea and the oils from. As someone who has made her own tea before, yeah, you still
really
draw all of that out. It's
that doesn't seem like you at all.
Why is her hand cocking?
Ophelia,
What's your favorite kind of tea?
Ophelia, help!
No.
my favorite kind of tea.
Help!
Uh huh.
My base is I do a green tea just because it's more caffeine than black tea. But and then adding some usually some I'll either do like peppermint or rosemary and hibiscus.
I really like oolong as just my normal go-to tea.
Oolong's really good as well. It's a nice full flavor.
Yeah.
Without overpowering anything else.
Oh.
I like Egyptian blue lotus because it makes me dream in Technicolor.
I don't know that one, but I'll try it. Anyways.
I think you're confusing that for something else.
No, it's an actual like Egyptian blue lotus flower that you can get dried and pour into tea, and like the Egyptians used it like to like have like ragers. It's great.
If you-
my witchy store sells it. I just haven't bought it before.
It's great.
If you sacrifice it, does it give you 2 blue mana?
No, just
No.
Technicolor dreams. Boom, chicka, boom,
No,
chicka, boom, chicka,
gives you
boom,
2
chicka, boom.
Egyptian blue mana.
It's just some blue mana. Okay. I knew Rufio was the only one that was gonna get that joke.
Yeah.
So
Just rave dreams.
all right. So yeah, we're gonna work on that.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so you're brewing this tea. You're brewing the leaves. I'm getting how many flowers you're gathering for? Are you making a pot that you're putting this all in for all 4 of you at the same time? Are you trying to do one?
I
cup
mean,
at a
that's
time?
the thing. I think we have to, because like, if we just make one dose, then
Uh-huh.
only one of us goes in. If something goes wrong, they're getting smushed. You know, like it's bad news bears if something goes wrong. Like we don't know. The only thing we know is that it is a court implying intelligence of microfauna, implying living creatures. So presumably there are intelligent living micro creatures that may or may not have these gloves. If we are assuming that they are intelligent, real people in there, or things that can talk.
In the grand scheme of things, as far as, again,
Okay, minimum two.
Well, no, and that goes with what I was gonna say. Is this would be more of an herbal tea, which means it is more flower based rather than leaf based. So having more of the poppy and then just using the leaves to enhance it is theoretically a tea that would work. That's literally just an herbal tea.
Are you doing anything to the tree leaves when you put them in, or just whole leaf?
I mean,
Like break them up.
yeah, I'm trying to think if there's
Crumple 'em
Yeah.
anything like.
Are they dry or are they still wet? Do they still have some life in them or have they dried out?
No, they would dry out.
Yeah, then I would like kind of crumple them up.
You've
Once
seen
the
that
water
these
reaches
trees do lose health without water, so it would dry out.
Yeah. Let the water reach a nice boil and then add in do we have a way to muddle
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
poppy?
I have the bowl for muddling.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
a pommel of a weapon could do it.
Yeah.
But muddle the poppy flowers. And then mix the crumpled leaves in with it and then add it into our kettle, pot, whatever it is, of boiling water.
Okay. So are you doing all the leaves at once, the 8, or are you doing two at first?
Just
Oh,
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And really, it's a matter of if we see that there is a reaction or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a very
Yeah.
distinct change when we added them to the last elixir.
Uh-huh.
And so that's kind of it should be obvious if it was sufficient. Or if this just doesn't fucking work at all. Who knows?
Yeah. No. As it's bubbling and the water is drawing out the oils and the essences from the flowers, their whatever might be in them. And that water starts swirling and steeping. You notice that as it's sort of bubbling up and popping, the where it's pushing the leaves around, they're sort of almost melting away at their edges and sort of very cleanly mixing into the liquid around them.
Disintegrating.
Yeah, disintegrating fully, but you're not sure if what you've supplied is all that this can take or not, based on what you're seeing, or it's.
Yeah.
You can see that something's happening, but you don't know what the final results would be.
Is this look like, how many doses does this look like it is for?
Let's say a dose is an 8-ounce cup, because it's a tea, and this is a pot, so probably there's way more doses than you would need.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, we were trying for 4, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. No, if you want to just limit it to only having that many, then
So it's more
you
concentrated.
have about 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I'm getting at is if we can get there with 4 with 2
Actually-
leaves, then okay.
I thought of a way to describe it better. It did start out with more water actually than you needed, and as the leaves dissolved, you see the water sort of reducing at a more rapid amount, sort of shrinking in upon itself, and the color getting a bit stronger in the liquid. And you think you would need more leaves to reduce it to the amount for the 4 8-ounce doses.
Okay. Got it. Do we
Rachel,
want
our boys are literally in the same position.
The boys. Full babies.
I don't see any animals around me. There's usually at least one.
Do we want to add more leaves? Regardless of the fact that we're kind of pot committed now. Because like we could probably, I mean, if we just kept boiling it, it would probably reduce to like 2 doses maybe, Rufio?
Huh?
With this amount
It's
of leaves?
currently at like, let's say you started at 8 doses in the pot total, potentially.
Yeah.
When you added the leaves, it's now down to 6.
So 2 more. I mean, one is 6 in this case, right? If we had 1, it's like
One
adding
what?
6. We had 1 leaf.
Oh,
we
because
don't have enough for another
because you
dose.
don't have the next reagent, right? Then
Yeah.
yes, in that thought, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we use any, then it's as many as we up to 6.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
I mean, we have 2 elixirs.
yeah, I mean we have what we like. We have what we know that we need. So again, I pose this to Ophelia. This is your show.
My show. She just like looks around. She's like, me?
Yes, you're why we are
I don't
here,
think we should
Ophelia.
add more leaves. I think we're good as is.
But if we don't get the gloves,
Well,
Yeah.
no,
we're
the
charged to get.
Yeah.
if we don't add if we don't add more leaves, I think I can reduce it to like 1 or 2 doses. And for the record, they would, if we had 2 doses, it would be Serafina and yourself that go in.
It does interest her a little bit more, though.
Just the girly trip.
Ophelia might be up for a girly trip, quite honestly. Because there's only one more person weird in the way that Ophelia is, but opposite, and that's Serafina. So, like...
It's more that we are more likely to encounter someone that Serafina needs to communicate with, but
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
is besides
Just
the
in the
point.
opposite way. Like, all delightful stuff. So, yeah. Then, yeah, that would be the course of action to take.
Okay, so no more leaves?
Oh, what if it's dangerous in there? What if we all need to go in?
It took me like a half second to realize who you were doing. I was like, who is this
But
scary
what if
person?
we all need to go in there? I'm sorry, I can't do what he does an
Dude, you're-
incorrect Scottish accent. One sec.
Yeah, I can't do that accent at all, so that's why like I stopped putting dwarves in my games.
Yeah, I think hearing
What
Craig
if we all
say
need to
something
go
like
in?
that, it would be like, no, I definitely don't want Craig in there. I don't.
He's gonna bum rush everything.
Yeah.
He's gonna destroy an area that deserves to be preserved.
They
And while
have-
bringing Zarin would be great, someone needs to watch after Craig.
It's a court with magic gloves. You think they're gonna just let you go in there and take them?
They're
No, but I
definitely not
think
gonna
I'd
let
be able to
him.
talk to them more than any of us will, more than anyone else will.
And why would they give them to you?
Because we asked nicely.
I could be persuasive when I can't be persuasive. Never mind. I looked at the wrong stat.
I think it is going to be less of a persuasion and more a deal that must be cut.
And I am all too intimate in the knowledge of deals with the Fae.
Another reason I want her.
Out of character, I'm confused by the doses thing and boiling it down.
It,
I mean,
just
if you-
that,
Why would you go to 1 to 2 when I'm like, what?
So
Why can't you just stop at 4?
because 4
they
it-
won't be strong enough.
it
at
won't
4.
be it won't be potent enough. Whereas if essentially we're taking what would be 4 doses and only giving it to 2 people, so they're getting a double dose.
Yeah, so we're taking 4
I
half
see.
strengths into 2 full strengths.
Yeah.
I see. There's maybe a miscommunication somewhere between us. 1 will be enough.
Okay, but that's with only 2 leaves.
Oh, I see. With only
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I
Only
now
2
get it.
leaves
I
where
see.
we're
Without
sitting at.
using more leaves.
Without
Yeah,
using
if we use
Yeah.
more
Okay.
leaves, then it's different.
No, I get it now. I
But
get
yeah,
it.
with only 2
It's
leaves.
essentially a leaf to a person.
Yeah. I mean, Ophelia would need less. But you would still need another leaf, I think. I don't know.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
not-
if Ophelia needs less,
Then it would be 2, 2. You could send 3 people.
You
If
could
one
send
of them's
Ollie.
Ophelia.
take Ollie with
If
us.
you unsummon and resummon your familiar once you're tiny, will it be tiny?
Fucking who cares? Sure.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
Rule of cool.
Yeah, it's just easier.
But at the same time, we go back to what Ophelia said, which is Craig may not be the best person to take, and we can't leave Craig out here by himself. So it would still be a girls' trip.
Leaving Craig out anywhere alone does seem like a bad idea when you put it that way.
Yeah.
What about the wolf?
What about him?
What about shrinking him down and taking him with us?
I mean, you could, but I don't know how useful he might be.
I'm more of thinking, because I can do this thing with Ollie, and I'm assuming you can do the same thing because you did to the wolf what I did with Ollie, where I can look through Ollie's eyes if I send him somewhere.
I mean, sure, but it is less about communication, because I can communicate with you, presumably easy enough with a cantrip, but
Oh.
We can work on it. It is not. It does have limitations, but in a limited range. But presumably, I'll put it this way: if you are within a short distance, I can talk to you. And if you're going into a small place, then you will be within that distance. If that place is respects certain laws of this world. It is
But it may not
very
respect
possible.
certain laws of this world.
It is very possible that it does not. And in that case, I think the same interference would interfere with the communication with the familiar. Does that make sense?
It does. I mean,
At the end of the day, it is a matter of if we think that this is going to come to some sort of conflict or not. If it does, then it is worth, I think, taking the leaves. If we do not think that it is going to come to conflict, then I think the 2 of you will suffice.
then it can just be a girls' trip.
Woo, woo. Woo, woo.
Seems a little eager for this, and it makes me worried, but also excited.
Woo, woo. She's just like dancing. It's okay.
I actually did
And-
forget to do something earlier. As you were leaving the wolf cave,
what's that?
he was supposed to let out a beautiful triple howl between his three big heads,
Oh.
and you each feel this like warmth and magic come over you. And where the fuck is it? Tower stuff. No, god damn it! I just saw the. Oh, there it is.
There's a search.
Yeah, I forgot what I named it. Create new pile. As you each gain the Blessing of the Great Wolf, which is a sort of nebulous power that you can use once and then it will go away. I'm stealing this completely from something Ricky did in his campaign. It can be used to do something like very strong. I used mine to do something not as strong as other people chose to do.
Oh, these are the the blessings that I gave everybody, right?
Uh-huh.
Cool. The one I gave Clarence never got used, but he's back now. It's
He's back
basically a love potion that he can use on anybody. Because like the running joke is like Clarence is sexy.
Uh-huh.
And so it was because like I'm not gonna hit on my players with NPCs, but I will hands down hit on the players' NPC companions with my NPCs. So the running joke is like everybody finds him super attractive.
Everyone
cool.
loves Clarence. He's so beefy.
Yeah. So you guys go pick up your blessings.
He's like a more muscular Adam Driver.
Remind me, I'll send you a list of the ones I did, Rufio.
Okay, cool.
Just so you have some like frame of reference. Because yeah,
Sure.
it's like one of them like gives you like plus 10 to all melee attack, plus 10 damage for all melee attacks. One gives you like a big healing burst. One gives like
Right. Mine
I
was
forget what-
defensive. I just used it at bad timing.
No, it saved your life.
It did, but I didn't realize I could use it earlier.
Yeah.
As just like declare that I'm using it. It's a free action, not a action or
Actions,
something.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll post examples of what I did, and Rufio can modify any numbers.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like it's a short buff or an instantaneous effect. And so yeah, not necessarily like a get out of jail free card, but a like if you're using it at the right time, like can do some work.
Uh-huh.
So
For like specifically I was thinking like, oh, like a rogue type 1 could be that this was given to you by a three-headed wolf, so you always have advantage on things like pack tactics or like that type of thing.
yeah. I mean,
Or like you can use sneak attack more than once a turn.
or like invisibility, or like something like that. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Cool. So yeah. Final question: do we want to send 2 or send 4? 2.
Or do you want to decide when Craig gets back?
I'm gonna say 2.
I think 2, just because of a smaller group wandering into a potential Feywild area is better than a bigger group.
I think a group that has more diplomacy might be,
Yeah,
and less impulsive.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like I said, I
And we're also Serafina and Ophelia are both friends of Feywild. Like, she's a literal fairy, so she comes from the Feywild, and then because of my Feylost background, I'm seen as from the Feywild as well, essentially.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I defer to the two of you on that.
No, I think just the two girls would be the right move here.
Oh, cool.
Listen. Literally, when we started talking about splitting the part, when we were talking about just being a girls' trip, I was like, "Don't split the party! Don't split the party!"
That is correct. It is tactically the wrong move, but
For the
let's
story, it's not the
for
wrong
this-
move.
yeah, for the story, it's
Craig's traumatized, and I don't want him to get triggered in that situation.
Yeah.
It's safer for everybody.
And this court, we don't know what kind of court it is. We don't know if they truly are a Fae court, if they align with the Seelie or the Unseelie. And either way, we want diplomacy.
I will, as the potion, the tea is finishing brewing, I will call Serafina over. He like sort of unclasps something behind his neck, and he holds out this pendant to you. Here, I think hold on to this. Go ahead and get a feel for it. It is it helps stem wounds that you might gather. And if you do get knocked down, it can sort of ward off anything final happening for a moment. And I think for this, I think it is better for you to have it than me. But I want it back.
Thank you,
so yeah.
Varen.
So yeah, I'm giving you my period of wound closure, which like auto stabilizes you and you heal more at short rests. But in case something does happen, and I think I don't know if it's best on you or Ophelia, but one of you should have it.
Serafina, for sure.
But yeah, I think we'll start there next session
Sure thing.
for the girls' trip. That
Whoop,
totally isn't
whoop.
going to be a huge fight that they just get raffle stomped on. But the good news, if you're not back within 1 hour, I will have Craig just stomp on the grove and then swoosh everything in there. So you will,
Can you
at
maybe
the very
like,
least,
say,
at the very
can you
least, you
maybe,
will be avenged.
can you maybe like send word before you do that? Because like time can move differently in with the Fae stuff.
Well, then talk quickly. I make jest. This is joke.
Both Ophelia and Serafina were just like,
We need to work on your joking tone, Farron.
What do you mean
It's
joking?
not it's not always very clear when you're joking.
I think it is usually very I think it is clear. No, I say funny thing and you laugh.
Keep thinking that, sweetie.
No, I think it is obvious when I am being serious and when I am not. You can see it. I have terrible.
Clearly not, because I just misunderstood you there.
No, I have terrible poker face. You can see everything. It's written on my face.
I mean, you do have a terrible poker face. You really should never play card games.
No, you see that is the trick. You just all you do is you take your popcorn, you put them on shelf, and he pretends to be like stuffed animal behind the person you were playing cards with. Then
Yeah, I have Ollie do that too.
Yeah, it is a great trick. People are very stupid and let you just take all their money.
Everyone with a familiar
They-
just uses them for cheating at things.
But
I mean,
That's
it's
just-
stupid, and then also, like, if you're really good at, like, hiding cards up your sleeve, you can, like, switch them out. But that takes practice.
not so much when. No, the practice is casting the spell without them seeing. That is the problem. Because I can show you any card you want, and it's like, whoosh, 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 like this
But
is.
you're a magician.
Okay, so do you understand the difference between magician and wizard?
Wait.
Also, which is different. Which is like very spooky and like, oh, would ya? And I put curse on you. No, I don't do curses, but I do arcane. I studied a long time to learn to do this. This is not something to be trifled with.
No,
It
I
is
totally
very
believe
spec-
you.
Yeah.
See, that's called
Okay.
sarcasm.
She's got it.
Ophelia, don't you start with me. Don't you start with this. You do not take no.
You started this whole day, Zarin.
Stop. You know, no. Oh, Seraphina, give me my necklace back. I want it back now. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. No.
No. You get it back when I get back.
No.
No takesy backsies.
Yes, takesy backsies.
No.
No takesy backsies.
No, yes, this is the thing. I give you like for only a time. I just want you to see it. That is all.
If you can tell me where I've hit it, you can have it.
Okay, but I need like 10 minutes to cast detect magic. One moment.
No, that's cheating.
But yeah, we'll finish the tea and get ready to send in the girlies. Whoa!
For sure. Are you drinking
Woe
it? Are
be
you
to
drinking it?
woe be to whoever stands in their way.
Are you drinking it now or waiting for
No.
Craig to get back to drink it? Okay.
No, I mean we'll
Well,
do this
yeah,
next session.
we'll say that it's
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, we'll find where the fuck this is, so we're not like micro-sized, like walking. Like, oh yeah, so to walk each square is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Honey, I shrunk the girls.
But yeah,
okay.
we'll get,
It's okay. Zarin can just
Yeah, that's
just
the
put us
name
on
of-
your shoulders.
I
Does
assume
this mean
micro is
Ophelia?
like,
Say again. You go.
It's very small.
yeah, like this is
So will
beyond like
Ophelia?
this is Alice in
and
Wonderland
Seraphina-
shit.
Okay,
Yes.
dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
110%. It's Alice in Wonderland shit.
Uh-huh.
Why
I'm
do you
excited
think
to
I'm
do
like,
some
why do you
try.
think I'm like, let me go, let me go, let me go?
Oh, I mean, you were always like the one that needs to go because one, you speak fucking Sylvan.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we'll start there next time.
No, but I
Cool,
love,
cool, cool. Sounds good. I'm excited for it.
I love Alice in Wonderland. It's where my cosplay name comes from.
Nice. That makes sense.
No.
Mad World.
Yeah.
If I had a world of my own, everything would be madness. Everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be what it is, and everything would be what it isn't.
I thought it was actually. I thought it was
I'm
from
just
the
trying to
Tears
take
for
nap.
Fear, Tears for Fear song.
Same here.
I
That's why-
mean, really?
Yeah, for real. I knew that there was like some. I thought it was like dual like thing. I thought it was the song and that reference.
I mean, it could be. So when I first
Yeah,
did my
I love
cosplay,
Donnie Darko.
when I first did my
I
first
love that
cosplay
Gears
name
of
was
War advertisement from like the late 2000s.
my first cosplay name, because I did an overhaul I changed it about 2 years in.